Today, we continue our gentle, verse by verse journey through the story of Joseph. What happens in these verses seems simple on the surface. Yet this moment quietly moves Joseph closer to the path God has prepared for him. As you listen, allow your heart to slow down and rest in the Word. Now his brothers had gone to graze their father's flocks near Shechem. Joseph's brothers are far from home, tending the family's flocks near Shechem. It is a routine moment, the kind of daily work that doesn't seem spiritually significant. But even here, in the ordinary and the quiet, God is preparing the next steps of Joseph's story. And Israel said to Joseph, "As you know, your brothers are grazing the flocks near Shechem. Come, I am going to send you to them." "Very well," he replied. Jacob calls Joseph and asks him to go check on his brothers. Joseph answers simply and willingly, "Very well." These words show the heart of a faithful young man, ready to serve, ready to obey, ready to go wherever he is sent. God often begins his greatest work in people whose hearts respond with this same quiet willingness. So he said to him, "Go and see if all is well with your brothers and with the flocks, and bring word back to me." Then he sent him off from the valley of Hebron. Joseph leaves Hebron and begins a long journey toward Shechem. The road is quiet, long and ordinary. But unknown to Joseph, this simple trip is the beginning of events that will transform his life. Sometimes the steps that feel unimportant to us are the ones God uses to lead us toward his purpose. When Joseph arrived at Shechem, a man found him wandering around in the fields and asked him, "What are you looking for?" Joseph reaches Shechem, but he cannot find his brothers. He wanders through the fields, searching, trying to understand where they might have gone. Then, unexpectedly, a man appears and speaks to him. Even in Joseph's confusion, God provides someone at the right moment. God often guides us in simple ways, through people whose names we never learn, yet who help us take the next step forward. He replied, "I'm looking for my brothers. Can you tell me where they are grazing their flocks?" Joseph answers gently and respectfully. Even though his brothers have treated him harshly, he still refers to them with kindness. His heart remains soft, steady, and faithful. God shapes leaders through hearts that stay pure even when surrounded by difficulty. They have moved on from here. The man answered, I heard them say, let's go to Dothan. So Joseph went after his brothers and found them near Dothan. The stranger gives Joseph the direction he needs. His brothers have gone farther north to Dothan. Joseph does not turn back. He continues his journey without hesitation. This simple act of obedience, continuing forward, places Joseph exactly where God intends him to be next. God often works through these quiet steps, through moments that feel ordinary, through people who appear briefly, through simple decisions to keep going. Joseph is walking toward a future he cannot yet see, but God sees every step, and God is guiding him. As we reflect on these verses, we see a picture of God's gentle leadership. We see how He uses simple errands, long walks, unexpected encounters, and faithful obedience to accomplish His plans. Joseph's journey reminds us that God is working behind the scenes in our own lives, even in the small moments, even when we are unsure, He is guiding. Thank you for listening to this calm, verse-by-verse story from Genesis. In the next episode, Joseph arrives in Dothan, and everything begins to change. May God bless you and give you peace as you walk with Him today.